Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kenny. It's a beautiful sunny day here, folks. I've got something I want to share with you. I'd normally come to you with a beautiful gun, but I'm going to make an exception on this particular time. I'm sitting right behind my old four-wheeler, which happens to be a Grizzly, and it's four-wheel drive. Now, listen carefully. I want to save you some money, if I can. And that's one reason I want to share this product with you. I've got something in my hands here, and let me show you what I'm talking about. Have you ever had to replace your axles on your ATV or your truck or whatever? Now, my four-wheeler, I've had to replace. It's an old Grizzly. Many of you have seen it. I've had to replace the axles on it once. And I'm telling you, that isn't fun. But let me show you a way that you can bypass that. What is the number one reason? The number one reason why your axles wear out so fast? Lack of grease. Grease. They're not lubricated that well when you first put them in. So it doesn't take very long until that grease disappears. Let me show you something. I picked this up at Advance Auto, for about $5-6. It is a needle. Take a look at that. I've got that on my grease gun. Yes, that's right. You can give your four-wheeler axle a jab. That's right. I'm going to give this one a jab with that needle, and I'm going to tell you something. Those axles should last probably 2, 3, 4, maybe more times longer than they normally would. Like I said, look at that. It's an injector. It's a grease injector needle. I picked it up at Advance, and I've got it on my grease gun. Now, let me tell you, I'm going to inject it right here in these rear boots. Yes, you stick it right in the boot and give it a jab. So you hang around. I'm going to show you how it works. All right now, folks, right here is your needle. Take a good look at this. You can see that needle. Now, all you got to do is just take that needle and stick it right into the boot. Like that. There it is. Now, just slowly pump that thing. And it will fill up with grease. Now see, I'm pumping. Just takes a few minutes. Now you've got to pump that slowly because remember, that's going through the eye of a needle. So it takes just a few minutes to fill that full of grease, and you're going to save a big amount of money by not having to replace your bearings. Your axles go bad because they just don't stay lubricated enough. Now I'm going to pump that thing full. And that should just about be enough. Take your time with this because remember, you can only use this with a hand-held grease gun. Don't attempt to use it with something like something that's got power behind it because it will not work. There we are. That should be just about full. Now, I'm through. Let me remove the jab. Now, take a look at that. Just a little bit escaped around the edges of that, but that's all right. I'm using that red that's really thick, but I'm going to pick me up a tube of the black because I think that stuff is probably far more effective. Now I've got one done, and I'm going to go and do the other three. As simple as ABC. Oh my God, I wish I had known about this tool many years ago. I could have saved myself a ton of money. But listen, folks, that is what it's all about. I'm going to pick me up another tube or two of good grease, and I'm going to take my time and I'm going to shoot those boots completely full of grease. And I'm going to rest assured that my axles won't wear out like they have in the past because they're fully lubricated. Listen, try this method. I just injected that. I gave my boot, my four-wheeler boot, a good jab, and I pumped it full of grease. If it works for me, it'll work for you. You can pick it up in advance, and I'm sure it comes on Amazon. You can get it there, maybe even at Walmart. I'm not sure. But like I said, I gave $5 or $6 for it, and I'm going to save a ton of money on my CV axles. They won't wear out. Listen, I hope this helps you. That's my intention. And if you like this, give us a thumbs up. Would you do that for us? And don't you forget, support this channel and subscribe to it. And listen, as always, you have a blessed day. Oh, and let me give you this little tip, folks. Before you inject that into your boot on your ATV, make sure you let that tube of grease sit out in the sun and become very soft, and that way it will be very warm and it'll work so much better for you. Trust me, it does work better when the lube is very soft and pliable.